Uno, dos, tres, uno, dos, tres.
which is a powerful 12-member council. A spokesman for the Guardian Council in Iran, according to Iranian state media, said the attack on state TV, state TV station, is the result of Israel's hostility to the freedom of expression and truth. The spokesman also said criminals should know that the light of truth will not go out.
Hello, friends. So here we are streaming.
Guys, there's not much to see under the banner, and I'm not moving it anywhere. But I'm not covering up all kinds of stuff. I'm basically, you pretty much see most of what there is to see. The camera shot from Tel Aviv is just zoomed up into this. It's panned up into the sky, so they don't have much of the city. You could say please.
Can't miss anything.
You know, when you make a request, you can at least say please in the chat once in a while. Maybe. I hope you don't act like that in your non-online life. I hope you're more polite with humans in person.
This seems very quiet today. Not many players. So as I said before, we can't miss anything. I hope this thing is broadcasting okay, without any issues. I will go with Fighter, but I decided to go with Bomber. It's more chilled. I need to grab my phone and check if the stream is okay. Why Steve is not... Oh, there it is. There it is, speaking. I hope this thing is working. There we go, 3 bombs.
In case you missed it, Iran said it is preparing, Iran state media said Iran is preparing for the largest and most intense missile attack yet against Israel. That's according to Times of Israel.
Let's put this down a bit so we are able to listen to the stream. News coverage.
Oh, there was also an interesting warning given in the last day to a neighborhood of Iran. Here, look at this. Manny Fabian. The IDF issues an unprecedented evacuation order for a large section of Iran's capital, Tehran, ahead of Israeli strikes. This was 6 hours ago. Dear citizens, for your safety, we ask you to immediately leave the mentioned area in District 3 of Tehran. I don't know if this is where the state broadcaster was. In the coming hours, the Israeli army will operate in this area, as it has in recent days throughout Tehran, to strike the Iranian regime's military infrastructure. One of our viewers said it is. It's on the top right. Several of our viewers are saying that is the district that the broadcaster was in.
I've checked the stream. We are live, but the quality is not good. At least not my smart TV. So we are about to stall. Let's check nobody's chasing us. Let's return to there maybe.
I didn't. Okay, so I have District 3 on a map. Okay, so can someone tell me? Maybe one of you can tell me, as I pull up this map of District 3 in Tehran. Here's the map. Oops.
Oh, that one is it's not chasing me. It's a friend.
Where is
he's a teammate.
Where is the state broadcast? Oh, right there. IRIB. That's the building. Isn't that the building that was hit? Was it this square one? I saw a picture of the building on fire. Hold on. Yeah, a bunch of viewers are saying this is the building right here. That is in the district, in District 3. Yeah, there's no new missile. There's no new missile.
That's good. For now, there is no threats.
I've seen videos of it on fire. I don't own the rights to it. But anyways, that building, so this was the alert. I can actually show you the original evacuation for that area before they bombed the building. Oh, this is it. Look, that is the building. This is the announcement from IDF. You can see on the bottom, that's the building. The IDF said the Israeli Defense Forces attacked the Iranian regime's media headquarters, which is used by the Iranian armed forces for military purposes. Today, the Air Force, with precise intelligence guidance from the Military Intelligence Service, carried out a precision airstrike on a media center used by the Iranian armed forces for military purposes. The armed forces used this headquarters under civilian cover to carry out military activities, taking advantage of the headquarters' facilities and capabilities. Before carrying out the raid, the IDF warned the civilian population in the area in advance and effectively, including through telephone calls, and then attacked the building with precision to minimize harm to those not involved.
One, two, three, testing.
Okay, and then the warning they had given, was to evacuate District 3 of Tehran, which is a large section. Here it is right here. We ask that you immediately leave this area of District 3. It's part of District 3. This area they were evacuating.
We're about to destroy this one.
It's still a pretty big area, though. You can see all the buildings in there. But that was the building right here. But yeah, you can see it says District 3. So they didn't call for all of District 3 to be evacuated, but a bunch of it. Iranian state media claims that there is a new wave of Iranian missile attacks. Fars News state media Iran claims that a new wave of Iranian missile attacks has begun. I don't know if that's the case.
Have one chasing
I don't
me.
know that that's the case. But Iran state media, Fars, is saying that. Okay, so Iranian state media is reporting that.
This is the second stream, it's not the first one. I had to rename that.
So, I think Mehr News Agency might have said it. Iranian state media claims new missile strikes on Israel have begun.
It's a P-38. I know, well, it's not really a threat. I cannot outrun him.
That's the headline right now. Fars definitely said it. Fars News. They literally wrote, a new wave of Iranian attacks have begun. That is from Fars News Agency.
I will have to drop my
Mehr
bombs.
News Agency, same thing. Iran launches fresh wave of attacks on Israel. There's no alert in Israel yet, but Iranian state media is claiming this. What can I say? I don't know. We'll see.
We can drop this. Because that guy is going to Richmond.
I mean, two state media outlets say it.
Once we drop the bombs, our speed is top speed, which is...
I have...
777 kilometers per hour. Is that the top speed without bombs? So if you drop the bombs, you reach...
I have access to a Jerusalem camera if we need it. So let's see if we're going to get... Let's see if we're going to get...
This guy is... it's a bit far away.
Kind of
but we need to turn to continue bombing.
Let's see if we get any kind of confirmation from Israel that there's actually a new missile strike. It's kind of weird. Roy Case also says Syrian airspace has been temporarily closed until 5 a.m. tomorrow. I don't know what to make of that. Have they been closing their airspace? I don't know.
I've checked the stream and it seems not the frame rate. We still have frame rate issues. I don't know what is. Maybe it's the window mode. We can drop this. Let's drop here, but it's coming. Oh, I don't know if I'm...
Well, I don't know what to make of that, but Roy Case says the Syrian Civil Aviation Authority announces that the Syrian airspace has been temporarily closed until 5 a.m. Make of it what you will. What is that for, like 6 hours? Syria time is 10:50 p.m., so it's like for the next 6 hours. Oh, I was going to say, it's kind of strange to me. It's strange to me that Iranian state media would announce that a missile attack has begun.
I knew that
before the attack, because
happened,
wouldn't
but
that tip off
coming
Israel to look? I mean, Israel's looking, honestly. That's probably stupid. I'm sure Israel is constantly monitoring, every second, looking. So maybe it doesn't really tip them off. But anyways, I have not seen any announcement from Israel of any kind of missile attack.
Let's do this again.
And Mr. Dorp says they know any way through.
I have backup planes. I know this is. It's coming after me? I don't know. It seems, yes, it's coming after me. It's coming after me. So let's return to the base. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yes, it's coming after me.
To repeat, multiple Iranian state news outlets said about 10 minutes ago that Iran has begun a new missile strike against Israel. There is nothing coming from Israel about this.
I cannot outrun him. I can. I guess, or maybe not. Maybe I can't.
There are no alerts. People have not been told to go be near their shelters in Israel. So, make of it what you will.
Well, that didn't work. That didn't work. Have to be careful with the anti-air defense.
Nope, there's no alert yet. No alert yet. Fars News Agency. Update from Fars State News. This is what they say. This is what they say. Fars State News in Iran says some sources say that Iran's new attacks are combined and that our country's armed forces have targeted Israel with drones and missiles. That's what they just posted at Fars News.
We have to watch out about that.
Birch, our viewer, thinks they are lying.
He's going away, I guess.
Just a little more effort, and victory will surely be ours.
Let's gain altitude. It's a very high climb.
Nope, I see no alert. No alert.
Oh, this is coming again. I think it's coming again.
I think Khamenei, the supreme leader, recently posted on his X account. Oh, I think he has multiple X accounts. That's not good.
let's hope
English
we're
language.
outside range
Persian one?
of the anti-air
Oh, Persian.
defense.
Yes. So, 11 minutes ago,
Maybe this
11 minutes ago, Khamenei, the supreme leader, posted on his account a picture of missiles, of Iranian missiles, and I'll show it to you. This is what he posted, and it's been translated from Persian. It says, "Victory from Allah and near victory," probably bad translation. "The Islamic Republic, by God's permission, will overcome the Zionist regime."
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
Now, he does post things like this once in a while. But it's interesting that he's posting it after Iran announced that it was conducting a new round of strikes. Well, that's what he posted. So I don't know if there's going to be any missile launch. But again, so the timeline is about 15-20 minutes ago, multiple Iranian state media outlets reported that Iran had begun a new round of missile strikes on Israel, which we have not heard any evidence of yet. And then a few minutes after that, the supreme leader posted a picture of missiles. I'll show it to you again. So it's interesting timing, interesting messaging from Iran. Here it is again. This is the post from the Persian language post, which is translated from Khamenei with those missiles there. See? Victory from Allah and near victory, the Islamic Republic, by God's permission, will overcome the Israeli regime. Tim O'Brien thinks it's propaganda from Iran.
Okay, we won this.
Look, remember,
watching.
earlier today, Iran has threatened to launch the biggest ever missile attack on Israel. So there are a lot of threatening words coming from Iran today. Yeah, that is a real account. It has like 1 million followers. And it's verified on Twitter. It has the gray verification. It's a verified account, and it has gray verification. That's not a rocket siren, by the way. That's just a on-the-ground emergency vehicle siren.
Let me put in description the live stream link. to Steve.
Faytux News just said Iranian state media outlets, 3 different ones, are all posting, are all reporting new ballistic missile launches against Israel. Faytux says, based on the lack of CCTV footage showing launches and HFC IDF alerts, that is not true. It's very strange. Actually, Mera News Agency is also reporting it as well. I have a different camera from Tel Aviv for you. Ooh, I have a second Tel Aviv camera. Well, that's good. Hey guys, check it out. New Tel Aviv cam. There we go. I have Tel Aviv 1 and Tel Aviv 2.
Today there are not many players.
We'll get Tel Aviv 2 up on the screen.
I'm really not used to this kind of wait in line. Today I was waiting.
Is that not? Oh, oops.
4 minutes,
I'm sorry.
maybe 5 minutes. I was waiting in line
So,
to
my
get into a
apologies.
match.
I know exactly why it's not working. That's Tel
Let's
Aviv
check
2.
what we are about to buy. Here it's a Soviet plane MiG-15. So we are ready to order, but I'm not sure if I am ready to also hire the crew, because you need to take into account the cost of the plane itself, 340,000 I don't know, USD, and also the
Aviv
crew.
2.
The crew cost.
Oopsie.
Here we go. So match is ready. I don't know if we are going in fighter or bomber in this one. So it's 5 p.m. Southern Argentina, Patagonia, near Antarctica. This is Sinai Desert. Let's go with bomber.
Tasnim News, state news agency, just posted that the Iranian armed forces targeted Israel with a combined operation with drones and missiles. We've heard nothing about it from Israel. They keep posting in Iranian state media. There's nothing about it from Israel. No warning. Have seen no evidence it's actually happening.
So let's drop the bombs so we can get to top speed. 777
That's better.
kilometers
Sorry.
per hour.
I had bumped up the
700.
brightness before. Actually turning around.
Oh,
Remind
we
me to
have some
reset.
enemies here.
Yeah, that's
We
not
have
going to
to
really help
return
if
to
I
the
turn down
base.
unit. It's going to get too dark.
Maybe not. I have to be sure nobody's chasing me. Maybe this one is chasing me.
Now,
I think
maybe
yes.
Iran state media posted this about a missile attack because in like 2 hours it's going to be.
Yes, Siemens is
I
chasing
mean,
me.
I wouldn't be surprised if sometimes it might be a missile attack.
And I don't have any weaponry on the plane, so let's land. Return to base. It's very fast. This guy is very fast. I'm very far from my base. It's coming very fast.
So again, nothing from Israel about any kind of missile attack or anything. Even though Iranian state media claims that there's one happening. Ooh, what's this? What's this? I saw an interesting little report here. What's this?
Wow, that was close, guys. Phew. We have that one close to our base.
Al Mayadeen.
We have. I want to make sure. Well, we have a fighter jet.
Oh, by the way, there was a. Oh, where is it? Oh, that's all. I gotta check a couple of things. Hold on, I want to get you some updates. Gotta check a couple of things here.
Attack the A point.
I don't remember how to put the boosters.
Somebody attack him!
That one is a booster.
Nothing about.
And I don't really,
nothing about any kind of. I almost want to take my headline down. I think I'm going to take my head. In a minute, I'm going to take my headline down there because it's silly to have Iranian state media claims new missile attack on Iran has begun when there's no evidence of that happening. There's just no evidence of it. Aside from them saying it.
Suez Canal, there.
Al Arabiya says Israeli oil company Bazan says Iranian attack killed 3 company employees. Yes. Ariel Oserin says the Bazan oil, he's a reporter in Israel, says the Bazan oil refining and petrochemicals company announces it has suspended activity in all its facilities in the Haifa Bay after yesterday's Iranian ballistic missile strike severely damaged the central power plant. Let me read that to you again. The Bazan oil refining and petrochemicals company announces it has suspended activity in all its facilities in Haifa Bay, Israel, after yesterday's Iranian ballistic missile strike severely damaged the central power plant. I'm going to translate their letter. I'm going to run a little translation. Do it this way.
I think I put in the description the link to Steve Lugner, the original stream. You can go there if you leave this one. So you
It
maybe
says
want to.
the company would like to update that as a result of damage to the Bazan Group complex, the power plant responsible for part of the steam and electricity production used by the group's facilities was significantly damaged, along with additional damage. And at this time, all of the refinery and subsidiaries facilities have been shut down. The company is working in collaboration with the electric company, which immediately mobilized to promptly carry out the activities required to provide regular electricity to the complex. The company is also assessing the additional damage and the best way to deal with it.
We need to put more pressure on the enemy.
3 of the company's employees were killed in that attack, in that missile strike, they
Wow.
said.
That's
The
good-
company
good news.
shares the grief of the families and sends its condolences.
Made condolences to the families. Maybe we go faster. Let's drop that.
This was an oil refinery complex, the Bazan oil refinery complex. The Times of Israel says the 3 workers who were killed were buried under rubble. Oh, Haaretz reported that they weren't killed in the missile impact, but in the subsequent fire. Wow, that's sad.
That's terrible news. May God have mercy. on everyone.
It's interesting. The
Father.
Times of Israel points out that that although the missile strike happened shortly after 4 a.m. in Haifa, it took more than 12 hours for media outlets in Israel to be granted permission to publish details beyond that 3 people were killed by a missile strike in Haifa. Meanwhile, international news outlets like Al Jazeera were airing footage from the scene. Times of Israel says, thus, Israelis were the last to know about the hit at the refinery complex. The National Security Minister pledged to crack down on foreign media broadcasting the location of missile impacts. And Reuters reported that Iranian state media several hours ago said Iran is preparing for the largest and most intense missile attack in history on Israeli soils. I don't know if that's true.
Our drop was blocked.
Yes, so Haaretz reported that the 3 workers at the Bazan oil facility were killed due to suffocation, due to the fire. They were trapped before they could be reached. They were in a safe room where they had sheltered in the structure, but I guess there was a fire after, and there was rubble there.
This
That's really
target
sad.
is almost
Rescue teams
ready.
were initially communicating with them, but they lost
I know
communication.
if that's enough to destroy. With three bombs, we do 1/4 of damage. So that should destroy that. Sometimes your bombs are already landing, but another player drop bombs first.
All right, we're bringing you the latest updates here. All right, I'm shaking off the headlines because there's been no new missile attacks. Iran, I was going to say, Israeli strikes on Iran and Iran retaliation. Continue. And Iranian retaliation.
Attack the enemy!
There you see 1/4 of damage. 33%.
Hey, a quick
maybe.
thank you to Florian
25, sorry,
Skaven,
25% of damage.
Mastranrea, who says, is it possible that Iran could run out of missiles? Certainly possible. Experts and analysts have been talking about that for days. A bunch of them think that they don't have that many left. I saw some estimates that they have 2,000 or 3,000 before the conflict. They have fired off at least hundreds and hundreds, and Israel has attacked a bunch of them. So it's not even clear how many they have left. Thank you to, and also that maybe they might. I think Israel might have said today that they had destroyed 1/3 of their launchers, maybe. Yeah, Israel claimed that. Yes, Manny Fabian, the Israeli Air Force. According to an IDF spokesman, the IDF claims that the Israeli Air Force has destroyed 1/3 of Iran's ballistic missile launchers and is managing to disrupt extensive parts of its attacks on Israel.
So we have to reach the goal of...
He said that Iran wanted to launch at least twice as many missiles at Israel overnight.
440.
He said 20 ballistic
$1,000.
missiles were simultaneously targeted by the Israeli Air Force in Iran before they could be launched. The IDF says it has destroyed over 120 ballistic missile launchers in Iran, which is 1/3 of what Iran had. They say. Thanks, Anthony. Thank you to Kitch Dongo Batis.
So one problem with these launchers
Mustard
is that
Kiwi, and Osigeos.
they can be
HRH.
transported
Thank you.
on a truck,
And Jessica Boyle.
like you see in the
Acadius.
victory parade of
And Grey Scout.
Russia.
And Boss King.
So you have those mobile
Yvette
launchers,
Kelly, Integra.
and I don't think it's very easy to
Cameron S.
target them because they move
Fireflies in the Sky. Mary Sean
from one place
O'Hara,
to another.
who shouts out the Discord chat. Nice. Charles Phillips. John Oliver. I don't have the Hypercam right now. If I get one back that I can show you, I'll put it up.
This is a very fast match. It's
PsyOps. I think last year we were doing some Iran
for
coverage,
bombers.
and one of the state media outlets ran a short clip from this channel, which was kind of interesting.
Let's go with this
Thank you,
one.
PsyOps. Mustard Skaven again. Stephen Dion 12 number. Bob NL. Douglas Pruitt. Evan Guthrie. Thank you. Anglo Blackson Marvo. Marverson.
Oh, it's not so
Jose
fast.
Torres. Susanna Branch. Lena Lopez.
I thought it was
Fire medic nurse. A fire medic nurse thinks the Iran has increased the size of its warheads. That I do not know. I've seen reports saying that they have larger warheads they haven't heavier payload missiles that they haven't launched. Whether it's larger warheads or missiles that carry larger payloads. Kevin Cash, thank you. Hank Kloosterman. Freddie.
this
Corporate
map
billion.
is about
Better
superiority,
you than me.
capture,
Thank you.
like capture
Don
the
Hirsch.
flag.
And
So it's not the-
H4NZ GoPro.
It's not the one I thought.
Aaron Green.
So you
who
can't
thinks
play
the
bombers
regime
here.
is losing control
But I
of
think I
military.
have already one Jason two for Jason Ming.
Thanks also Florida.
Those are
And
fighter
Santa
jets.
Mimon on Twitch. And Daddy Dino on Twitch. And Speedbird on Twitch. And A Fisher Girl. And Zulu Teak on Twitch. Alright, do we have any updates here? Okay, what is this here? I just saw an interesting post in Iranian media. I just saw an interesting post in Iranian state media. Hang on. Okay. So
Those are very dangerous, so don't
is
get close to them.
the state media of Iran, Fars News just said Iranian Revolutionary Guard spokesperson says moments ago the 9th wave of Operation Odess Sadek 3 began and will continue continuously until dawn. So, I believe Operation Odess Sadek 3 is the name Iran gives to its retaliation against Israel. So, this is a new post from Iranian state media saying that the Revolutionary Guard spokesperson is saying that the new retaliation wave has begun, that it's missile and drone based, and it will continue continuously until dawn. Yes, IRGC spokesperson
That's breaking news, guys.
says that a combined missile and drone operation began and it will continue continuously until dawn. Breaking news! Oh, drone alert. Okay. There's a drone alert. I thought it was a missile alert. It is a drone alert. I thought that there was going to be a missile alert right after they announced that in the Iranian state media. Multiple Iranian state media outlets are carrying this statement from the Revolutionary Guard spokesperson that there's going to be a drone
Let's
and
capture
missile
this.
attack on Israel operations till dawn. Is that true? I don't know. But they're saying it. They're saying it. Anyways, let's talk about this drone alert. There is a drone alert. in northern Israel. No missile alert. Drone alert. Is that Golan Heights? Southern Golan, yes. Southern Golan.
We captured the airfield. Now we need to hold it.
The drones, I think Israel, no drones have actually landed in Israel during the last few days. But
Maybe destroy these ones.
these are drone alerts. They are not missile alerts. But again, very interesting rhetoric. Very interesting rhetoric from the Iranian state media. There's a lot of rhetoric coming out of Iranian state media. Threatening rhetoric.
When you go to destroy those ground targets, be careful. No one is chasing you, because that one looks threatening.
Is there an internet issue in Israel? Here's the reason I ask. A couple of the cameras went down on AFP. This camera seems a little iffy, but a couple of the AFP cameras are not working at the same time. Maybe it's a cell phone issue if they're using cell signal. I don't know. Is there some... I have not heard of any kind of
I don't have much
internet
speed
issues or cell issues in Israel
chase
myself
this F6
from Israeli media or anything. There's no active drone alerts on so far that alert, by the way, that I can see. It's weird. All of this threatening language coming out of Iran, saying there's going to be drone and missile attacks basically till dawn. You know, there's been speculation about whether Iran would carry out a cyber attack as part of its retaliation.
Okay, guys, I need to escape from here. No.
Well, we'll have to see what happens. Lidwine Elizabeth said she saw a report online that the internet had been down in Israel. I'm not seeing it from, I feel like I'd be seeing it from, I follow so many sources in Israel, I feel like I'd be seeing it. And I haven't seen any reports about it. Maybe there's some issues going on. Thank you, Lidwine Elizabeth, I appreciate it. We'll keep an eye on it.
No.
Thank you to
Okay.
Mark XR. Mark, I'll try to check for that
what we
thing
could.
you mentioned. Chris the Toffee, Lou
I can
S,
afford to go
Dream Squad
with
HD,
that again. So
Mustard
let's go with
Skaven,
bombers.
Don Hirsch.
The volume has slower. I don't know what happened.
We no longer have advantage.
It's weirdly specific. It's not like every night there's all these new threats. These threats are kind of specific tonight. It's not like every night Iran says, we're going to have this attack until dawn. So it is interesting that all of this rhetoric. I mean, earlier today, Iran said they're preparing for the biggest ever missile attack on Israel. You had the Supreme Leader come out and post a picture of missiles on his Persian language X account. You had half an hour ago, state media saying the attack on Israel has begun. And then a few minutes ago, they come out and say the Revolutionary Guard spokesman says there's going to be retaliation against Israel, drones and missiles till dawn. So it's all of this stuff today. Kind of tense with all these threats from Iran.
We don't have the advantage anymore.
The Revolutionary Guards is the most powerful branch of the Iranian armed forces. The Revolutionary Guards leadership, the leader of the Revolutionary Guards was killed on the first night of the attacks. And again, the Revolutionary Guards is saying that there's going to be attacks on Israel until dawn. Yet there have not been any so far. And right before we came on there was still daylight. There was a small missile attack, but nothing at night so far. So, what can I say? What can I say? What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to take 1 minute. I'm going to take 1 minute here while I have a second. While I have a minute. Let's take 1 minute and come right back. So, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll change the headline when I get that. Although I kind of feel maybe I should. Alright, hold on. All right, we're back.
The zones are under enemy's control.
To repeat, Iran's Revolutionary Guard is claiming that there are going to be retaliation attacks on Israel until dawn.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close. The airfield is ours. We must hold it.
Say Iran military vows attacks on Israel tonight until dawn.
We captured the airfield. Now we need to hold it.
I don't know if it's going to happen.
The enemy has captured the airfield. We've got to regain control of it immediately.
It is 11:37. Oh, the drone shot down? Manny Fabian says, with Times of Israel, yet another drone that was launched in Israel, apparently from Iran, was shot down over the Golan Heights a short while ago, the military says. The IAF, the Air Force, has shot down at least a dozen drones over northern Israel today. Itay Blumenthal, who is with Channel 11 Israel, says that the Israeli military, the defense establishment, is definitely preparing for missile and drone launches from Iran in the coming hours. Itay Blumenthal says when the IDF basically they will first issue an instruction to stay near the protected areas, and then as soon as they detect launches, a minute and a half before the threats arrive, that's when the sirens go off. That's interesting. So the sirens are supposed to go off a minute and a half before the threats arrive. A lot of Israeli media also reporting that the Revolutionary Guard spokesman said there's going to be missiles and drones fired at Israel until dawn, continuously until dawn.
I'm back. So we have to reach 440,000 lions USD to be able to buy the plane, the MiG-15, and also the afford the crew cost. The crew is almost...
I see a report here. Saeed Azimi with France 24, who's their Tehran correspondent. The Tehran correspondent of France 24 says air defense systems in Tehran are active again. The Tehran correspondent with France 24 says air defense is active right now in Tehran. So there may be attacks by Israel and Tehran going on right now.
I don't like this map because it's fake. It's not a real location.
This camera is not still. There's literally a light blinking on and off. There's a car driving. You can see cars on the highway.
Let me check the connection speed because I think the frame rate issues is because of that. It's green. I don't know. It's green here. I have to adjust the... I don't know how it's called. There it is. I don't know if it's... it seems not working. Can't afford to lose another. I was adjusting the microphone. Let's go with this.
Returning to the base.
I don't remember how it's called, the function.
I'm just trying to look for updates here. Nothing from Israel about any kind of attack going on. Very strange. What's going on? Feels like something might happen soon.
We have to be on alert. Of course. We have 3 bombers up here.
I feel like the last few days there have been these attacks that happen shortly after it gets dark. There was one right as it was getting dark today, a small attack, but we haven't seen that yet. I remember Israel did at one point, several hours ago, tell people to stay close to their... Israel told people to stay close to their shelters. And then, like 40 minutes later, they said you don't have to be close to your shelters anymore. And they also said they were attacking missile lines. Richard Hendricks, our viewer, says, I would be surprised if Iran is able to mount an attack. Shout out to our mods, Janet B, Death Mythical, thank you. Paul Anderson, Charlotte Webb, Margaret Riley. Thanks Sharon, Classic Gospel, and Cindy Dennis for subscribing, by the way. Margaret Riley, Ralph Starwood. Thanks to our moderators on Twitch. Bastion Girl, Big Ball of Yarn, Good Luck Duck, I Got That Fire, Mark, Lindsay, Matthew Pro, High 3, and Silver. Linda Bell, Clary, and Misha Onyx.
was
Also, thanks so much
collision.
to
Mid-air collision. I don't know if I'm going to hand this.
Thanks so much
took
to
me down.
Girl 58. Thank you. Flex
Or we go after the bombers.
who thinks it's possible Iran can't hit back even if they wanted to. Thank you, Mustard Skaven, Chris, Noah, Vince Lasagna, Flory. Thank you again, Mustard Skaven. I appreciate that. Lidwine Elizabeth. Kieran Wilson. The Kangaroo. Zois K from Greece. Thanks for watching from Greece. Michael Ian Campbell. Two-Core. Pete. Johnny O. Andy Crabtree. Lidwine Elizabeth. Cocktail Circle. Model One. Armin Fidalgo. Chris the Talk. Mark XR. I have no kind of update from Israel of any type of attack going on. Axios is reporting tonight, this is according to Axios, that the U.S. tells allies it won't join war unless Iran targets Americans. Is that true? I don't know. Hey, this is helpful. ISIC Matter of NetBlocks. They are an organization that does internet news and internet research on the internet when it goes down, on the internet going down and internet issues. They say ISIC Matter of NetBlocks says disinformation alert. Israel's internet is not down at the moment. Telemetry from NetBlocks does not show a nationwide disruption. Connectivity remains largely stable across the country with no evidence of a blackout or total outage. One of our viewers said, no blackout, I'm from northern Israel.
I am adjusting the filters on the microphone again because I had it in another, so I added a new input device. I had already one with all the configuration, the settings already, but I have to configure everything again. I don't find in OBS an option to copy all the filters, so IL
Red Alert. IL Red Alert, which covers rocket alerts, messaged me and said some live cameras went down yesterday after the refinery strike in Haifa because they revealed strike locations which the IDF opposes. Thank you, IL Red Alert.
I am increasing the gain in the microphone. in the meantime,
X-Rock Radio thinks Iran is attempting a, quote, cyber war because that's about all they can do right now.
Test,
That's what our viewer
test.
said.
1,
See what
2, 3.
happens.
Test, test.
In
This is
case
a
you missed it, Israel hit the Iranian state TV broadcaster, the station, while it was on the air today. Israel claimed that the military of Iran used the building for its own purposes. It ordered an evacuation of the neighborhood, and then it hit the building.
It's a very fast, very fluid match. Capture the airdrome, the airfield, sorry.
Let's just show that for people who haven't seen it. Here is the Iranian state broadcaster that was going on when Israel hit the building. There were unconfirmed reports of injuries, and also, I believe the anchor, she is alive, and she went and broadcasted from a different studio later in the day and claimed she saw bodies at the building, according to one report I read. So I don't have any confirmation about injuries and fatalities at that studio. It certainly looked like a sizable blast.
No.
And there's video from after of
No.
a large fire at the building.
Maybe we go with this and let's try to have some revenge. What is that? Not anymore.
Let me read you another little update here. Reuters says Israel launched its air war this was on Friday, with a surprise attack that nearly killed the entire top echelon of Iran's military commanders and its leading nuclear scientists. It says it now has control of Iranian airspace and intends to escalate the campaign in the coming days. Israel said it hit F-14 fighter planes at Tehran Airport Monday morning. Its airstrikes have also put at least 2 of Iran's 3 operating uranium enrichment plants out of action. The head of the International Atomic Energy Agency told BBC Monday that it was very likely that all the roughly 15,000 centrifuges operating at Iran's biggest uranium enrichment plant at Natanz were badly damaged or destroyed because of a power cut caused by an Israeli strike. There has been very limited or no damage at the separate Fordo plant, he said. That plant is under a mountain.
That plane is always
Tehran,
problem.
for the first time in decades of shadow war and proxy conflict, fired missiles from Iran that pierced Israeli defenses in significant numbers and killed Israelis in their homes over the past couple of days. 24 people have been killed so far in Iran's missile attacks, all of them civilians.
I don't have much possibilities with this
Trump
one.
has consistently said the Israeli assault could end quickly if Iran agrees to U.S. demands that it accept strict curbs to its nuclear program. Trump said at the G7 meeting, I think today, I'd say Iran is not winning this war. They should talk immediately before it's too late.
The only possibility that I
as
have
we have
with this,
mentioned tonight, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard has vowed that there will be a drone and missile attacks on Israel until dawn. We have not seen any night attacks yet tonight.
is to make shadow attacks.
We also mentioned that, as many of you know at this point, the U.S. is sending a number of refueling planes to the Middle East. Reuters says the U.S. military has moved a large number of refueling aircraft to Europe, not to the Middle East, I'm sorry, to Europe to be available for Middle East use. That's what I should have said. Reuters says the U.S. military has moved a large number of refueling aircraft to Europe to provide options to President Trump as Middle East tensions erupt into conflict between Iran and Israel. Reuters reports. Also, Fox News' Jennifer Griffin reported that the U.S. aircraft carrier Nimitz is being moved to the Middle East to join an aircraft carrier already there. That it was going to replace, eventually, it was supposed to replace that, but they're now both going to be on duty. Reuters says, taken together, the planes and the air, with the planes heading there and the aircraft carrier heading there, this suggests that the U.S. is greatly strengthening its air power for potentially sustained operations as Iran and Israel trade blows in unprecedented open warfare. They also say air nav systems and flight tracking websites said more than 31 U.S. Air Force refueling aircraft, primarily KC-135s and KC-46s, left the U.S. on Sunday heading east. We were looking at this on one of the flight trackers last night. I think the last 3 days there have been fatal missile strikes from Iran into Israel. I think it's been 3 straight days.
That's audacity, guys. How much audacity?
Oh, thanks to Yeprovich, Brian
He continues to chase me.
2 pages from the Minnesota shooting suspect Vance Bolter's notebook.
I think my microphone is a bit loud, I don't know.
A lot of the websites listed there are sites to search people's addresses and phone numbers. I'll post a link to that in the chat. It is now midnight Israel time. The Iranian military Revolutionary Guard has said it's going to attack Israel with drones and missiles until dawn. But we have not seen any attacks yet tonight. It is now midnight.
Just a few moments ago I checked. I have a lot of ping, almost 300 milliseconds. That's too much. It's very probable I'm going to be able to hit something. Maybe we go again, another try with this one.
AFP has a report on some comments that Netanyahu made today. Prime Minister Netanyahu said today that Israel was changing the face of the Middle East with its military campaign against Iran, which could lead to radical changes in the country, he said. He said Israel was pursuing three main objectives: the elimination of the nuclear program, the elimination of the ballistic missile production capability, and the elimination of the axis of terrorism, referring to Iranian-backed militant groups in the Middle East. He said, "We will do what is necessary to achieve these goals, and we are well coordinated with the U.S." He did not rule out killing Iranian Supreme Leader Khamenei. He told ABC News it's not going to escalate. When asked if about the possibility of killing Khamenei, he said it's not going to escalate the conflict, it's going to end the conflict. He didn't commit to doing it. This would not be that. Also, the Israeli military claims it has destroyed 1/3 of Iran's surface-to-surface missile launchers.
The worst team.
The Israeli military says
Sometimes
they have now achieved full air superiority over Tehran.
When you lose some plane, the rest of the match is already decided. This plane is not really for this type of match. And this is a GG practically. In practice, we have GG.
This time the enemy has proven stronger. Withdraw.
So we couldn't do anything here. Let's try the next match.
Just checking for updates here.
הצעות מרכזיות.
That's Netanyahu in Hebrew.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing.
Iranian state media just posted an obviously old video, claiming it's from Tel Aviv. It's just not a current video. I saw somebody post it like an hour ago, or 45 minutes ago, and it's clearly not. And I saw somebody else talk about how it's old. It's clearly not live. Because it's of all these projectiles coming down in Tel Aviv. I think it might be from like the 2024 missile strikes, but like we've had the Tel Aviv cameras on. There's not lots of projectiles that have just hit Tel Aviv. But Mehr News Agency just posted it. One of our viewers said
I'm still having frame rate issues. I thought it was the connection speed, but it seems it's not.
I have no reports of any kind of attack. None. None.
Let's try game capture.
It could turn out that there is no attack, even in spite of their threatening language. We'll have to see.
So I switched to game capture, not to window capture. Let's check if that improves the frame rate, because I thought, as I said, I thought it was the quality of the connection. This is a wireless connection to the ISP. It's not even cable.
I see a story here from AP. UN nuclear agency warns of possible contamination inside Iran's Natanz site after Israel strikes. That's an interesting picture there. Hang on a minute. I have a picture I want to download and show you.
The enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's the encoder. I don't have any frame rate issues here in the gameplay. So I don't know what's the problem.
AP says UN nuclear agency warns of possible contamination inside of Iran's Natanz site after Israeli strikes. The head of the UN nuclear watchdog agency said today there is a possibility of both radiological and chemical contamination within Iran's main nuclear enrichment facility in Natanz following Israeli strikes, although radiation levels outside the complex are presently normal. The radiation poses a significant danger if the uranium is inhaled or ingested, said the IAEA director general. The risk can be effectively managed with appropriate protective measures of respiratory protection devices while inside the facilities. He said the main concern inside the Natanz facility is the chemical toxicity of a gas called uranium hexafluoride, which is a result of fluorine mixed with uranium during enrichment and is extremely volatile, will quickly corrode and burn the skin, and is especially deadly if inhaled. Satellite photos show extensive damage at Natanz, the nuclear facilities. I have one of the photos right here.
So I've checked, and
here's the big version of the photo.
It's red. The connection
That is Natanz
is
nuclear facilities. So I'm
indicator is red. So something is with my connection. And the bit rate is above.
Here's the body.
I mean, I saw 3,000
That looks like destruction right there.
kilobits per second, maybe.
And then up here, maybe. Look up here.
The limit was
Look
set.
up at the top.
What I have there?
just as an example of something destructive.
The limit was set
all external damage they are fine.
2,000.
Well, the IAEA had suggested that also that the centrifuges might all be destroyed underground. He said, he told BBC that it was very likely all of the roughly 1,500 centrifuges operating at Natanz were badly damaged or destroyed because of the power cut caused by an Israeli strike. That's from Reuters. I have to switch my headphones because these ran out of power. So let me just, I'm going to pause for a second because I think my headphones are. Now we're back, now we're back, now we're back. Now I got to get my other headphones on. Other headphones. Earbuds. I should say earbuds, not headphones.
I still have this guy chasing me, and I have quite ping here. I forgot to that my connection is not free. I mean, I can play online and at the same time stream because that's going to increase the ping.
Hey, a quick thank you to thanks to Craig Greer. Thank you, Craig. Thanks also to Michael Andren gave 50 people memberships. Wow. Michael, incredible. Thank you so much. Make sure you thank Michael or somebody else if they give you a gift membership or gift subscription. So generous of Michael Andren. Thank you. Also, thanks to Paris S. For the memberships, Oyesta, Hank Sanchez, Mitchell Pilot. Mitchell Pilot, I don't have video of Trump at G7, I think, right now.
The enemy is winning.
Oh, I might. Actually, hold on a second. Switch? No. I don't have video of him from G7. But maybe I might get some. I heard he was making comments about Iran.
Reloading.
I'll check into it. Thank you, Mitchell Pilot. Caitlin Price. Thank you, Caitlin. Anna P. I don't really know. I mean, I saw what's going on in Iran tonight. I saw one report that said it was aircraft fire, anti-aircraft fire in Iran, but I don't know if in the last few hours Israel has... And Israel said a few hours ago they were attacking missile launchers, but I don't know basically what's been going on with their attacks in Iran tonight. Thanks In and Out of the Abyss, Welch, Dave Long, Jerry Davis, Bill W, D-Gen, Chris Dent, Andy B. The missiles are usually fired at Israel at night, but at different times of night. It can be different times. Beginning of the night, end of the night. I've seen them both. Thanks Ruin Report. Thank you to Big Sack and Jamie Mitchell and Scoop While Scooping. Bernard Tappy, Jace R. Thank you. And Punished Foxo. And Clipping Crazy Shorts. Thank you.
Okay. This was the test. I don't know why I'm still listening to them.
Go North Now on Twitch.
I don't know. I mean, I couldn't control the volume of the browser. I have the browser in the sources list in OBS, and I couldn't control the volume of that. I don't know why. So I'm increasing the desktop audio. So that was all, my friends. I couldn't. Sorry for the frame rate issues, but I couldn't stream just for me. I don't have the. I mean, I'm sure I will show you. I'm going to show you here. So you see, I don't have. I can't change what it says public. I can't change to only me, so that I can check before going live. So I don't have another option than to go live and make the test in that way. So see you next, and thanks for watching this stream. Greetings from Patagonia, Argentina. Argentina, near Antarctica, at the same latitude of the Falkland Islands. See you next time.